Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jamie here. This is my first official video from the study. If you guys missed my last video, I will link that in the description. It goes over my whole new work area here. Today we're jumping back into my Did It Work series, and man, I just realized last night that we only have 2 episodes left, guys. We have today's episode, one more episode after that to close it out. Then it's halfway to Halloween already. Can you believe it? We're going to be doing a free giveaway for halfway to Halloween, so make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. You have to be a subscriber if you want to enter to win. That being said, today we're going to be talking about my Animatronic Groundbreaker version 2 that I did for you guys this past season. Did it work? Let's do this.
Step right up, come on in, join the show, it's about to begin.
As usual, the original tutorial videos for both versions will be linked in the description. Here are some clips of my version 1 build. You'll see here that it's mainly made of wood. The body was constructed with both 1/2-inch PEX tubing and wood slats, all connected with zip ties and hinges. And once everything was attached, I used a reindeer motor to get that up and down movement. It turned out really awesome. So for version 2, I wanted to make a more rugged configuration. I decided to use 1/2-inch PVC in place of the wood slats, and instead of using zip ties and hinges, I went with machine screws, washers, and nylon locking nuts. To connect all the joints for the PVC pieces, I came up with a way of heating the PVC, flattening the ends, and drilling holes for the machine screws to attach the pieces together. This upgrade makes the prop much more capable of handling rain and harsh weather, and also helps for easy storage at the end of Halloween season as opposed to version 1. I've also added skeleton hands to this build. And once fully assembled, here was an example of the movement with a styrofoam prop head and an old shirt and hat. And here is a mock version with one of my corpsed prop skulls. Check out the movement of this. I love how the elbows are pointed slightly back, giving it a more natural, realistic look. Jordan at My Flippin' Life says, "Fantastic, bro." Costumes for all occasions says, "Great job, Jamie." Thank you. Lynn Gordon 5901 says, "Love the idea of using the 1/2-inch PVC and flattening the ends to connect them. The updates are great." I appreciate that. Crow Haven Build Studio says, "The struggle is real when making your own props. It is really rewarding. Good stuff, man." One Shell Skid says, "This is awesome. I can't wait to try to make my own. Thanks for sharing." If you're watching this video and you happen to make one, I'd love to check it out. Please email me pictures, video, anything you have at newenglandhaunter@gmail.com. Behus2256 says, "Thrift shops are my friends for clothes and hats and shoes. I love your inspiration. Thank you for making it look like something I can do." Restless Hill Cemetery says, "Awesome update, dude. Great new movements." Thank you so much, Ray. Cole Mist says, "Wow, great work. This idea is more of a daytime thing, but I wonder if there's a way to attach some landscaping fabric around the torso pole and cover with leaves so that when it moves, it would look like he comes up out of the ground." Just a thought. Great idea. I did kind of have an idea sort of like that originally, but then I decided to kind of scrap it. I am working on a version 3 right now that will be available this season for you guys, and it's going to be beefed up, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to add something like that. Tracy Hicks 7613 says, "Thank you so much. Off to Home Depot or Lowe's to get supplies." Ryan MK2535 says, "I beefed this up with 3/4-inch PVC, used a wiper motor, kept the base on it similar to my version 1 build. They also went on to say that they added a motion sensor trigger and LED eyes." This is awesome. I would love to check this out. Again, email me newenglandhaunter@gmail.com if you have any pictures or video. I'd love to see it. Thank you. Montclair's Lair says, well done. I feel your pain with those reindeer motors. They're pretty weak, and most everything I've used them in requires counterweights eventually. Regardless, nice build and good video with some valuable tips. Thank you. You know, reindeer motors are kind of a go-to for me just because they're already weatherproofed. I mean, they're made for outdoors. There's no wiring involved. I also use 12-volt wiper motors for a lot of different things as well. But yeah, sometimes if it's something that doesn't need a lot of torque, reindeer motors are awesome. The Dragon Maker 7468 says, awesome build per usual. Have you tried an oscillating fan motor in these yet? They're cheaper than the reindeer motors, but they don't reverse under load. I have not tried an oscillating fan motor for these. It's a great thought. Maybe that's something I'll look into. Thank you. BMX Chippy says you could use a heavier skull and clothes, etc. if you added a spring to help the motor lift it. It's so funny you should say that. That's a go-to for me, especially with these reindeer motors. They don't have a really high torque, so there have been times when I use springs. As a matter of fact, I believe it was in my grave popper video that I did for you guys this past season where I was having a tough time because I added a rib cage on it and arms where it wasn't going up like it should. So if I remember correctly, I think I added 2 springs to that to get that to go back up into full motion. So thanks for pointing that out. Awesome. So for my DIY animatronic Groundbreaker version 2 tutorial, did it work? It did, absolutely. This is a great build. I'm really proud of my version 1 and version 2 builds that I presented to you guys. I've gotten so many emails of videos and pictures of father and son duos making these, and I've been tagged dozens of times on Facebook. They're really, really cool builds. I really have nothing bad to say about version 1. The only reason I decided to do a second version was because the first one I literally built out of pieces that I just happened to have kicking around my shop. It was a last minute thought to throw one together. I had cable ties, I think, in the joints. It was all made of wood. There was a great big base involved. The only reason that I decided to do a version 2 was that's a weak point. I know eventually, you know, wood can, once it gets wet, it can warp. So I went with the PVC. The other thing on the new version that I love is how I have the shoulders. I was able to kick those arms back in a position where it doesn't have that exaggerated look that a lot of Groundbreakers do, including my version 1. I was able to get rid of that look by kicking those shoulders back. So I'm really happy with it. The only thing I will say, again, it's very important weight-wise. You do have to be careful with what you're using for a prop head as well as clothing. Even with springs in it, you still have to, you know, keep that in mind. You can't be putting like a resin skull on these. If you guys decide to build this and you run into any issues, as always, you can email me, newenglandhaunter@gmail.com. I'll get back to you almost immediately. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of really cool things planned for this year. I hope you guys are well and staying safe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.